Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Nerd Chatter.
Hey! Okay, so I'm sucking Funyuns out of my teeth right now and trying to gulp down Jack Daniels.
Yeah, that's what he's sucking.
Previously on Nerd Chatter.
Anyway, the Uzumaki book that Eric let me borrow last time was fantastic.
That was not referenced at all, so yes.
Oh, that's right.
That was well after the show.
Oh, shit. Okay, so we got to give a little bit of backdrop.
Jason, borrow book.
Jason borrow book.
Read book.
Uzumaki thought was good.
He like it. Read mostly while pooping.
I actually read it while I was at my job. When we didn't have patients and I didn't have anything to do, I would just open it up and read a few pages, things like that. I thought it was amazing.
What we're talking about, I lent Jason a manga by Junji Ito called Uzumaki. That's one of my favorites, about a town that gets overtaken by spirals. So.
Which is a weird, it's weird to kind of explain and say spirals because people are just going to think, what? What are you talking about? Like a little spiral. But yeah, I mean, that's what it is. But it's almost like an obsession with spirals that the people have more than, almost like it's a disease or a parasite that's taken over their brain and they have to be a part of spirals for whatever reason.
It's like 9-year-old girls in the 90s of the spirograph.
Yes, exactly like that.
Those were fun.
It's like Slap Bracelet.
Yeah, hey, Danny, I didn't know you were here.
Danny's here.
Yes, Danny is here.
You might not be able to hear him too as loudly as you hear.
Loudly?
Loudly. As loudly.
Language.
I'm not angry this time.
He's not angry and he's not stabbing raccoons.
Until we release the raccoons, then you'll hear him.
He's already aggravated just hearing the word.
then he'll use his $20 knife to stab a raccoon over a $1 loaf of bread.
I wonder what would happen if a raccoon stole half of his Subway sandwich.
He'd go and hit it. I had a joke, but it fit. I was thinking of it.
I would give that raccoon $5 because Subway's disgusting. So
Subway's actually been, I think they got under fire recently about their meat and it not being, it being some crazy amount of soy or some shit. They got in a lot of trouble for it.
But they're recycling right now. I saw the ads. They want you to know that their bags are recycled bags. And a lot of others. Huh?
When a place recycles their bags, I shop there.
Yeah, that makes me...
I don't care what they sell.
All plastic bags are recycled other bags, but it really cheers me up knowing that the ones I'm getting with my sandwich in it are going directly in the trash can.
Where's the ad campaign where they Subway, we swear eating it won't turn you into a pedophile.
Yeah.
Where's that one?
It has nothing to do. We're not affiliated with that gentleman anymore, even though our CEOs and everybody else knew a lot about Jared and were a part of certain possible accusations that we've gotten them out of. But that's either here nor there.
And the long line is he spent all that time losing weight so he could pick up young chicks.
Really young
He
chicks.
walked to Subway just to knock off those pounds so the young ladies would be like,
so he
he's
could
all right.
get him some 14-year-old snatch.
I know. I just remember everyone thought Subway made you skinny, and all the fat girls in high school were like, "Oh, we gotta eat Subway to stay skinny."
I know, it's
and
just...
I'm like, are you stupid? Just don't eat on McDonald's.
Fucking sugar. It's literally... Bread is sugar. If you don't understand carbs, it's sugar. So you're eating a... And I forget, they did a thing on their bread too, and it's fucking horrible.
It's exercise mat came up in it or something like that.
Yeah, it's some of the worst bread possible.
I don't know. It's kind of rubbery. I don't mind it. I like the Penn Station ones myself. I don't
even think Subway's bread is tasty. I mean,
it's.
I like bread like the Easter Peeps when you leave them open for like a week and then they get really hard.
Okay.
When they're chewy, I like them like that. I don't know.
Right.
I like when bread's a little bit stale.
hard on the
I don't know.
outside shell, but
I think it's
squishy on the inside.
some of the ancient European in me just being poor and only having that old bread to eat.
I do like the crispy bread with the softness inside.
Yeah, well, the Italian herbs and cheese, I think, is the bread I usually get there, and it has the right rubbery texture.
Falls apart when you get it.
What?
Remember mine at work? It just fell all apart. I was getting pissed.
See, you put too much shit on it.
I didn't know what to do that.
Put like 14 condiments on your sandwich.
Well,
It's gonna fall apart.
Well, if you get from Subway, you can just put one condiment because, like, you know, you tell them a little mayonnaise and it's just mayonnaise sandwich. That's basically what you're eating.
Well, Danny got only condiments.
Right.
Yeah, that's all I get.
It was like ketchup, the barbecue sauce. He got some oregano.
Are you serious?
It was disgusting, but he
It
ate
sounds
it.
disgusting.
No, I got Parmesan cheese.
He got light mayo and regular.
No, but I got the cheap Parmesan cheese on it to give it some. Like,
Yeah, well, they asked you what cheese. Didn't you get provolone? Swiss.
But yeah, I asked them in the lid, like have it slightly ajar, so it just like all the cheese falls out.
That sounds disgusting.
It was a sloppy meal.
Yeah, sounds like a wet bread.
It's like a flaccid penis
Bananas.
after you ran all day.
It's like watching that bat pussy
See, no,
film.
They didn't watch that with us.
Wow. Whatever. The bat pussy film that we were subjected to by Eric. Sorry.
Bat. Pussy. Segueing into Danny. How was that bat that was in your house?
Oh my god.
Oh, the one that hit me in the head. Can I tell you guys? I didn't tell you about it.
No, please.
Hold on, let's get Danny.
So you got hit in the head with the bat.
Oh,
I'm gonna.
The storyline is I get a random phone call while I'm headed
So-
somewhere from Danny, and he's like, "There's a fucking bat in my house." He's like, "I don't know what to do." But he tells me the story for about 4 minutes before he explains that there's a bat in his house, and this is the story that happened.
Okay, so I'm just sitting there doing homework on my computer. It's near finals. I'm doing all that crap. And then I don't even know how it got in the room, but it just flies in and something hits me in the head. I'm like, what just hit me? I look up and there's a bat just flying around going nuts, hitting the ceiling. And I duck and army crawl out there because I don't want to catch rabies or something if it scratches my head. And then I was extra pissed because I went up in the attic to get the little fishnet so I can catch the bat. And I put a hat on so it wouldn't scratch my head because I'm a tall guy. And it was gone. I didn't know where it was at. So I had to leave all the windows open all night and freeze my butt off. And I got back home and I was super paranoid to go to sleep because I felt like it was just sleeping in like a locker or somewhere in my room, just waiting for me to go to sleep and then just do something stupid. And I've never been so mad. I've had bats in my attic, and that's one thing. But when they get in your room, how? The windows were shut, and the door was shut. Like there's nowhere to come in.
Have you found the bat?
No, I haven't found it. It's been like a month.
It just vanished.
Yeah, and I'm still like slightly paranoid about it because I'm just waiting for it to like just come out of my closet. And I even like looked through my closet, took all my stuff out of there, and trying to find it. And I was like, it's not here.
You could fill your room with
He turned
mosquitoes.
back into a human.
No, I don't know. No.
If you don't fill your room with mosquitoes, it'll come out because it wants to eat them.
Yeah, but then I'll be irritated that my room's full of mosquitoes.
What do you mean?
They're gonna bite me, and I'm gonna have this bumps all over me.
So,
and itchy.
so mosquitoes are worse than the bat. That probably won't bite
If they
you.
have West Nile, they are.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about the ones that carry AIDS?
Those AIDS mosquitoes.
Yeah.
They're
If
the
I-
worst.
That's all of them.
All of them?
All of them.
I'm staying in the house. This
Yeah.
I would just give up on my life. Like I caught AIDS before I'm 25. Like I just give up. Like
Is that the cutoff? Like,
year. 425, it's over.
yeah. After, you're good to go.
AIDS.
All he has, his only options are
about-
become one of those
Now,
AIDS
what
serial
about-
murders.
What if you only get, like, HIV before you're 25? It's not full-blown AIDS. It's just HIV.
I'm like
Is
30.
you're okay with
I
that?
don't have like in my
That's
mid-30s,
fine.
I'm gonna have AIDS, and I'm like, well, that's just a waste.
What is?
A waste of what?
What are you planning to do at 30?
Not have AIDS is one thing.
That's a good one to shoot for,
You
yeah.
know they have like Tinder for AIDS, right? Like
If I caught AIDS, I would just have unprotected sex and stop caring
I told you.
Because
I told you.
That is the
I
worst
told you.
reaction
I
possible.
said all he has to look forward to is being an AIDS rapist.
Yeah.
So you just want to be a fucking terrible person.
Is it that? Don't you become a terrorist then?
No, like
Yeah.
I would,
It's considered manslaughter if you don't tell somebody.
He's gonna be that guy that used to hide the AIDS needles in the fucking
No.
movie theater. Remember
no,
that?
I would tell people, and I just wouldn't care anymore.
If I'm getting
They're
AIDS,
gonna care.
everybody's getting
Yeah, they
AIDS.
care.
Wait. Would you
They
go
would-
out?
They would wake up with "Welcome to the AIDS Club" written on their mirror
Well, let's
the next day.
let's give him one. Let's say you do have the AIDS,
All right.
and you said that Mama Coon came back. Would you fuck the Mama Coon to give it AIDS?
No,
Because it's gonna pass it around to all the other ones.
no, I don't want to touch
Raccoon
that.
AIDS.
The only
Then you get rabies and AIDS.
No, the only way I'll ever touch a raccoon if I'm stomping it or something. Because I caught the one in my trash on Tuesday. It was sitting there when I got home at 2 in the morning, and it just ran up, and I was just mad.
How much money have you spent on things to fight the raccoons at your house?
Like $20. Well, I
That's
just
not
bought-
too hateful. Though $20 would have bought you a trash can that has a lid on it.
Yeah.
At this
There
point,
you go.
At this point,
And problem solved.
no, I was gonna buy one. Of the
He likes it.
No,
He likes to be tortured by the fucking outdoor life.
no. I was gonna buy the coon trap, like the green one. Like the big
Why
net.
buy a trash can?
He
No.
secretly opens up his windows. He's like, "How the fuck did this bat get here?"
Why would I buy a refuge bin?
No,
I like to pick up the
No,
garbage
I
in
was
the
gonna- I was
yard.
gonna buy that to catch it, but then I was like, well, there's a skunk getting in it too, so if I catch it with the skunk in there, I gotta leave the skunk in there for like 4 days till it dies, and I'm not that mean. So,
Not the skunks.
No.
They've never caused you any trouble.
No, I just don't want to get sprayed on either, so I don't want to get near it. It's not just.
You just throw a blanket over it and you carry it away.
No.
Yeah, that's what you do.
Or you just open the cage and let it walk
What's,
away
Yeah.
out.
what's the point
Yeah.
of catching it?
You're not trying to catch the skunk.
No, he's a moderate problem, but not the
You
major
just
one.
avoid his butthole. Like, literally avoid the butthole. And
Yeah, you stay in front of him.
But he can turn.
My mom
Well, you
feeds
can
the
turn
skunk
around,
at her
too.
you
house.
too.
I can turn, but he can turn my back then. It's just.
Just make sure he hits you in the butt.
You have the same abilities as him.
Yeah,
in a-
poop on him.
in a regular-
You motherfucker!
So
Yeah.
I need to get like
I'll
explosive.
teach you.
Drop your pants and shit on the
So
skunk.
I need to have like explosive diarrhea and shoot like a shit of poop 10 feet.
I just imagine you like sitting on top of the cage, shitting through it on the skunk in revenge.
The poop is slicing through the cage, hitting it on its head.
I pictured it more as diarrhea.
So you're gonna go eat a bunch of raw meat to really get at him. This will teach that.
Eggs. That would get it. It just. The problem too is the neighbors don't fix the trash, so they just let them help with that. And also, I found out that the neighbor, his daughter, keeps putting their trash in my trash. I'm like, what are you doing? I have 1 trash can. You have 6. You have enough.
I feel like this was covered last time when we did an interview with Danny about his trash cans.
There's a lot of trash can problems.
Yeah.
No, no,
you
you
had your-
haven't heard the best one. About a year and a half ago, we had a bad windstorm, and I lost my trash can. I was like, where'd it go? And I only had the metal trash can on the street, only with the metal one.
He's got a trash can from 1940.
No, so it's cool. So I was looking for it. So I was looking around for it, so he only beat up like the rest of the trash can.
Cool.
And then I find it like 3 houses up on the other side of the road, and the neighbor's using it for trash the next week. I'm like, are you serious?
He's using it for its intended purpose.
He takes my trash can, so I took his trash out of it and threw it all in his yard, and then walked back with my trash can.
You're an aggressively angry person
he
in
knew,
life.
He knew it was my trash can because I've been living there for
Jesus
years, and
Christ,
the
man.
trash can's the only one on the street. He could have returned it to me.
Hold on. Look at your track record, though.
He's only mad at things that involve trash.
But you get
I gotta pick it up and
aggressively
it's gross.
mad.
It's gross picking up trash. I don't want to pick it up, and after like a coon's been in it, it's even nastier.
You go 0 to 100 real fucking quick.
But only when it's trash.
It's every
or,
day.
or bread, or
It's nearly every day.
Danny's real easy to switch on and
yeah,
off.
I would say so. You've got
And
a
then
bit of a.
and I've been getting all.
Danny versus Oscar is going to be the grudge match of the century, I'm telling you.
What is Oscar? Someone else that gets upset.
The Grouch.
Oh,
He lives in your trash can from the sound of it.
He lives in one of those 1940s
Yeah,
trash
exactly.
cans, the cool ones.
Yeah, he lives in
And
a cool trash
every
can.
once in a while, someone walks by and he's not so happy about it.
I mean, I'm not happy.
And he decides to tell them.
It's just that's such a little thing, but it just for like 4 years now, it's just been just every day. Just
4 years, he hasn't bought a new trash can. They give you one.
Yeah, they really do. When you
They gave me a recycling bin, which I don't want to use.
If you have an address, they give you a fucking trash can.
Wait, why don't you want to use a recycling bin?
I throw stuff in every now and then, but it just I have more trash than this recycling.
fuck recycling, it's too much work. Separating plastic.
Yeah, my roommate would do all that, but he's in Alaska for the
I don't know.
next year.
According to the guy I know that works at Rumpke, they just dump it all in the same place anyway.
Yeah,
It's just a
probably.
waste-
But
it's just a waste of time.
There's just some guy that's like, I'm not going.
I mean, they probably dump like all the plastic over here, but there used to be guys that separated it all, and that was their job. And then they fired 30% of the guys that worked there because they make you do something you have to pay for now. It's a good trick.
Yeah.
Reminds me of like the guys that are supposed to be catching those raccoons outside Danny's house, so he has to create like fucking mustard gas to try to kill them.
No, okay. Earl has caught a lot of the raccoons, but I think there's like 10 nests of them or something.
Nests?
His name is Earl. Like, is there a
Raccoons
better
just
name
like
for a
fucking
raccoon
laying
catcher
raccoon
than Earl?
eggs out there in the woods.
No, they have a little home.
Fucking raccoon nests.
Is
We're
your
gonna burn
life
them
a
up.
fucking cartoon?
No,
Like,
it's-
seriously?
Most of the time, it
Yeah.
seems like it.
It sounds like you're just going on an ongoing cartoon where crazy shit happens and you react to it violently.
Well, like,
But later.
Yes.
Like something else was stupid is like, okay, so on the top of the roof for my house, there's like a little metal cap to keep where you can get to the access of the roof. Oh, the windstorm, I think last year, that thing flew off, and it's a 3-story house. Did that kill someone? Like I saw it, and it was raining through the attic, and I was like, this ruined like half the stuff, and it was like 4 houses down. How does that fly through like just through the wind? It's
like a frisbee.
it could have killed someone.
Maybe it opened a
I mean, I took it back.
dimensional rip in
I took it back and I put
And,
nails in it and just like tied string to the nails so it wouldn't come up again. It just a rope.
Maybe the bat figured out string theory.
Yeah.
No, it didn't.
How do you know bats don't know string theory?
Because the bat before him wouldn't have got hit by my track spike that knew string theory.
Wouldn't that be crazy?
What if it was the bat
bats
before him?
Actually, their sonar
What if it only used
echolocation
silly string
allowed
theory?
them to
Yeah.
hit.
That makes no sense. It's just sound.
Straight out of a
It's just
can.
sound vibrations. That made no sense.
Did you hear him? He said, "What if bats only know silly string theory?"
Danny,
I want to be mad, but I can't. Oh yeah, just kidding.
It's too stupid to even be mad about.
I want to, but I can't even be mad.
There needs to be like one of the clown honks over there.
what
Yeah,
you
pretty
got
much.
to do is get him on something to where it's kind of stupid, but not 100% stupid. Like bats being able to see strings in string theory.
I mean, bats can see strings as vibration.
Yeah, I mean, I figure they just
You just
I
put-
think
They
They
can
use
see strings vibrating,
echolocation.
like physical strings.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can see
Do you
that.
think that bats would be good at playing piano?
No, why would they?
I mean, they have the fingers to do it.
Yeah, but they don't have the intelligence.
I would
to figure
fucking
it out.
love seeing a
Why
bat
not?
with his little
What's
tiny
a
bat
bat?
fingers.
I watched a dog playing piano on YouTube. Why can't a bat play?
Yeah, I've
Bats are
seen a
tone
cat
deaf.
do it.
Are they?
No, they're. They really couldn't get around if they were.
Oh,
Yeah, they're.
So the tone deaf bats
They
can't
find their
play.
way around with that.
Do you think that?
They're just,
Hold on.
They're just flying around lost as fuck. Just.
So if the bat could play piano, do you think that they would call him Bathoven?
Because the bat wouldn't play the piano.
Yeah, he'd be Bathoven.
No, it's stupid.
Beethoven.
What do you mean?
It's just stupid.
What is it stupid?
Because now I picture a bat in a tuxedo.
You
playing
can't play
the
piano either. You play just as good
You've
as the
never seen a
bat.
bat in tuxedo? They look good.
Yeah, they look great.
I've never put effort towards playing the piano.
Well, neither is a bat.
Yes, okay, I'll give you that.
There you go. See? You think, how about a jaguar?
What?
There's the jaguar. You
You
like
get,
it?
bats art.
Bats art. That's a good one.
Like the animal or like the console?
No, the song that Bats art tried to. He wrote a song about a jaguar because he saw one once, but it's not as good as Beethoven's Vampire Number 5. It's in the key of A. I'm sorry,
Okay.
A minor rather.
Okay.
I'm just all over the world, right? He's wearing that Blackcraft cult shirt, and I keep looking at it. I think it says Batcraft.
I'm not,
It would be great to go on that t-shirt making app and then
Batcraft.
Batcraft. Or Bats art. Or Beethoven.
Bats art of Bat art.
what, bad art?
No, bat art, but it's bat.
It would probably be bad art.
You could do it on cafepress.com. We're not looking for handouts, but here we are.
I'm not artistic, so I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, yours would be the best. That's what people buy.
If people actually listen to this show, we could promote that and go like, yeah, we're gonna make cat art shirts that say Beethoven and Bats art.
This is our Etsy store.
Yeah.
Are they
Come
from
get
Bats
some
or
of our
Vampire
merch.
I just said bat, man. It's too big.
Visit our Etsy store at Nerd Batter? No,
This
that's
is
something else
giant bats.
entirely.
What's that giant bat called? The big one?
It's not nerd bad.
They're like, I think it should be nerd batter. What are the giant bats that are like 4 feet? They can play piano.
That's Man Bat.
Man bat.
Man Bat?
He plays the organ.
That's how the Nerd Batter is made.
Yes, it is.
Okay. On the way here, I was thinking about like gravity and how it works. There has to be an unseen molecule or something that's controlling gravity because it makes no sense why an atom would pull another atom to it.
I think
There's
bats can see that too with echolocation.
No, they can't.
Can't they? I thought they could.
No.
I really think they can. I think
No.
they just use echolocation
No, they
and it
can't.
vibrates
No,
off of the
because-
atoms
because-
of the strings, and then they can see the strings.
So if all the bats are eradicated, would we float into the?
No, we wouldn't because
I think we would lose string theory.
No.
Man,
no,
oh
maybe-
my God!
No, even if what you're saying is right, which it's not, even if all the bats are eradicated, doesn't mean it's not there anymore. It still exists. No one can perceive it, but the bats can't because it doesn't. They don't.
Well, if nobody can,
Extinction, then.
hold on. If nobody can perceive it, but bats can perceive
No,
it,
they can't.
and then all the bats died, then we wouldn't be able to perceive
no,
it.
it's still.
You can't denounce his hypothesis without proof.
Okay,
Exactly.
I have a counter hypothesis. So
Tons of
it's that
theories.
if you can't perceive it, it can still exist outside your realm of your perception.
But it could be this realm.
What if a foreign life form or a different life form that could detect that somewhere very far away is able to detect that? It would still exist over here.
What if it's just
And what if-
bats?
and what if we can detect a certain form, let's say, like light? We can see light, but what if they never can?
Well,
So
bats
does it not
don't need
exist over
light.
there? No, I'm not talking about.
We're talking about bats
Yeah.
controlling gravity.
They don't control gravity.
You can't
No.
dismiss his hypothesis without proof.
No, it's completely. Okay.
You have a counter hypothesis that doesn't make any fucking sense to his.
Yeah.
Start over there.
It's not the bats.
No, here.
It's the bees, because, ever since the bees started disappearing, I can jump higher. I swear.
No. There's still like 100
honeybees?
bees at my house, so there's not.
Yeah,
not going
honeybees. Can't be any other bees. Those
Yeah.
are just hornets and assholes.
away. No.
You were sitting on the rift, the interdimensional rift that they exited to.
Where bats come out of
Yes.
and the bees.
It's an exchange rate.
They vanished.
It's like
It did vanish. I'll give you that.
100 bees for one bat. I think it fluctuates, but I think that's the current exchange rate.
It works like currency.
Is this written by the Anunnaki?
I mean, I've been seeing more bees around
Maybe.
my house.
Maybe.
I'll give you that.
You haven't seen more?
No, I've been seeing more bees
Are
around.
they-
And since more bees have been showing up, have you been feeling heavier?
I did have really bad heartburn last time. My stomach felt real heavy.
And it ma-
Mm-hmm.
And it made him think
There we
about
go.
it on the way up
There
here.
we go.
They
I think.
have found that bees affect gravity.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just.
We have proof. Not just.
The bees had no influence on me thinking the way up here. I was bored.
Why are you
on my-
telling me? He said it.
I was bored on my drive up here and just started,
I'm gonna get-
just started thinking
Don't
about
get this
that.
published in a peer
I was just-
review.
No, I just read an article
science
about it, and I was just
publication.
curious. Like, yeah,
I think
Really?
David Icke could sell it.
I think we should present our theories here. Bats with echolocation can see strings.
Right.
I can take
Bees
it.
affect gravity,
You can
Right.
take it to Dean of the
Which
Physics.
coincides 100 bees to one bat.
which also coincides to the currency of 100 bees to one bat. We're just gonna end this with goodbye and thank you for listening to Nerd Chatter.
Thanks,
I
Danny,
am
for coming
Jason.
by.
It's Eric,
Appreciate Jason
Danny,
coming by.
and Brett.
And,
That was a good
Eric,
time.
thanks for coming by.
Yeah,
Thanks.
at
Thanks for
Brett's
having me.
house.
No problem. I'm glad Danny came back around again. Tell us about his animal problems. All right, we'll see you.
I always have 'em.
And bees weigh in gravity.
Yeah, don't
All
forget
right,
the bats.
see ya.